Whoa. 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 This is minifigure illusion reporting from somewhere on spaceship Earth. Burp, burp, burp. I always do the Muppet song. I can't help it. It is a Muppet song. Why is that? Why do I do the Muppet song? Anyway, we're here, live build, and I don't know. Are we live? Wait a second. I can't seem to find it, man. Oh. Now, where are we? We should be live build. Live build. Where are we, dude? There we are. There we are. Part 3. Moss Eisley Cantina. Lego 75290. There we are. What's going on, Brett? 2100. Tyler Farr. Oh yeah. So we the haircut. Yeah. We so I'm not really into long hair, right? Oh, so where are we? I let Al do a couple number bags if you're following along. So we are on number bag 13. We're right here. We got that part 2 of the Cantina. Al built a lot of this the other day. So Al got in there and I let him build a little. He asked real nice. Yes, real nice. So I was more than happy to oblige his request, so to speak. So let's do the ASMR part of the video right now. Crunchy bags. Crunchy bags. And looks like we got to make Greedo right off the bat. Greedo's little Greedo is in the mix. Greedo's looking pretty good. I'm liking the color of his legs, dude. Let's see, dude. Custom molded head, print on the legs with a holster, vest. There he is, right there, Greedo, dude. What's going on, Rooster? Any live streaming tips? Just go for it. He who hesitates is lost. So we had the other day. I'm not the kind of guy who likes to wear a hat, right? I don't really like wearing hats. And I don't know, for some reason I was just growing my hair out, right? And the whole plan was to do the owl father-son bowl cut video, right? And I don't know, just taking a long time to kind of get to that space. And the other day I woke up and I was just, so if I don't wear a hat, my hair gets in my eyes and it makes me crazy. like crazy, dude. And normally I would cut my hair based upon like surfing. Like once it got into my eyes, duck diving waves, that would be it, right? I would cut my hair. That was usually when I would go shave my head. But I wanted to make this video with Al and him cutting my hair and the whole thing. And so it just never really seemed to be the time to do it, dude. It was never really the right time. And the other day I was hot. I woke up and it was already hot, and I wasn't feeling right. My spacesuit was giving me trouble, dude. What's going on? We got Skate Oasis, dude, and Hive Mind and Stephen Pigot from London in the house. Good morning, UK. Good morning. You're up early, dude. Up early for your tea. Yeah. You like that, Gunler? And you like that one, Carooster? So what would been going on is I've been wearing a ball cap, one of my Illusion ball caps that you can order. But you know, I'm always up and down ladders. I kept hitting my head. On stuff because you can't, it's like a blind spot, right? And I kept whacking my melon. And it was bumming me out. And then the other day I kept hitting my head, and I don't like wearing a hat. My hair was driving me crazy. It was making me nuts. And so the other day I woke up and I was like, Owl, are you ready to go? Are you ready to do this thing? And Owl's like, yeah. And I go, you can't back down. Like whatever you do, you can't back down, little man. Like if we're going to do this, we got to do this. Like you can't get the scissors in your hand and chicken out. Cause for a while that was the thing. He's like, I don't know, Dad. Like, I'm like, I don't know if I can do it. And so there was like a whole 6 months a while back where he was like, I don't think I can do it, Dad. I'm not comfortable doing it. I'm like, all right, we'll wait till you're comfortable. So he was like, all right, it's go time. So he cut my hair the other day. Video is pretty classic. I have to admit, like, I don't really like get too entertained by my own content, but I watched it with Owl and I had to admit it cracked me up, dude. I'm going to say it's one of our better videos we've made, but just because it's pretty raw. Anyway, so I cut the hair and like I was cool with it all crooked and the whole thing, but then I'm drywalling right now. Like I'm doing a bunch of drywall work in the garage. And I'm doing a bunch, like I'm in all these projects around the property, like that are all dirty and kind of gnarly and sort of hectic. And like I immediately got, because I didn't have to wear the hat anymore. I immediately got drywall in my hair. Like my hair was full of like, it was just a mess. So I was like, the hair's gone, dude. I'm over it. So that's why I'm this stage of it. I was going to rock the bowl cut for a while, but it was making me crazy, dude. Just my hair had been making me crazy. So I got rid of it. But so that's yeah. You like that, Dan Z? Al killed it, dude. He was into it, dude. He's all into it now, dude. But yeah, so it was one of those like moments, like I kind of felt like I was sort of cheating by like cutting all the rest of I don't know why, dude, but you know, but I was like, I can't get drywall in my hair, and I just got to be done with it, dude. So is the weird part is like whenever you cut your hair off, it's sort of yeah, you know, Gunler, dude. When you're fighting your own body and trying to work too, it's madness, dude. Like it's just an undoable situation. And it's funny, I've been struggling with my spacesuit lately. Like the last couple months, I've been just like spacesuit struggling, dude. Like, not that it's like sore, it's just like I just would feel claustrophobic in my spacesuit. And I'd just be like, my hair would be bugging me. And so I got rid of the hair. And dude, lo and behold, it like rained today. Like it's been raining all day. Like not like heavy rain, like light rain. It's been the nicest day today, dude. I got so much done today. Like today was like one of those days where I finally like had a breakthrough and got a bunch of stuff done and like felt real good about it, man. Felt real good about the day and like what was going on. Cause like it's weird, like just when you feel all like better about yourself, I was like, okay, today's the day I'm gonna go and conquer the I'm gonna do the floor in the bunkhouse. And I've been real nervous about doing the floor in the bunkhouse because I had to use all this floor leveler stuff. And what's your opinion on chiropractic? They don't work. I'm like, they're not like real doctors too, dude. Like, chiropractors are temporary relief, man. It's just masking up the real problem. I don't believe in chiropractors, dude. I had one of the best ones ever, dude. And they would work and like pop you and this and that and the whole thing. But at the end of the day, didn't solve any of my problems, dude. Just full temporary relief. And then it would come back, and then I'd be back in the chiropractor's office. And eventually I just had to do the exercises and physical therapy. So no, I'm not down with the chiropractors. You can go down the bunny hole about whether it's a legit practice or not, dude. I'll leave that for you to do because I know some cool chiropractors, so I'm not gonna rain on their parade. But I don't know, dude. It seems pretty questionable to me, dude. That's cool. You should feel good. You're living with a purpose, bro. Yeah. So back to the purpose. So I was super nervous about doing this floor leveler stuff, right? Because the floor in the bunkhouse is because it wasn't meant to be like, it was a bunkhouse. It was just like a barn once upon a time, right? Or a hay stored. So it wasn't laid with the intent of like flooring going down and stuff. So it's a little warbly. So I got the floor leveler stuff, but the floor leveler stuff's like pretty expensive, dude. Like it's like $40 a bag. And then it's kind of vague, like the amount of area it's going to cover, like depends upon how thick it is. But how do you know how thick it is when it's doing this, right? So I was like, I only bought 2 bags, which was $80. And then you got to put this primer down, which is another $40. So I'm like in 100 and then I had to get a whip to mix it. So I'm like in on this like floor leveling thing, like $140, right? And so I've been just super like nervous about it because I was like, well, I don't want to blow it. I don't want to mess it up. And I just convinced myself I was going to farm it, right? Right? Because that's what we do. So I Where is that thing? So I'm gonna do something else. I'll use this. Use the old threader. So so today I was like, I'm doing it today. Like I felt it. Like I felt the energy. I was like, I'm gonna try the floor today, dude. So I got all prepped and I got in there and I did the primer. And I didn't do like the whole floor. I did like the low spots. And so I did the first batch and I instantly was like, I think I blew it, dude. I think I blew it. And I convinced myself that it was, and it sets up really quick. Like the floor leveler stuff sets up in like 15 minutes, man. Like you got to kind of be Johnny on it to like pull it off. So I instantly was like kind of like twinkle toesing it a little bit, man, if that makes any sense. I was just sort of playing like I was just sort of I wasn't playing like ball for real, dude. And then so I put the first bag down and I instantly was like, I think I blew it, dude. Like, I think I farmed it. And then I had that moment, right? I had the moment. I was like, all right, dude, like imperfection's the secret to perfection. It's all going to work out, dude. So what's your next move? And then I was like, I'm going to get in there. And I was like, dude, it's just concrete, dude. Just treat it like concrete, man. And so I got in there, man, and like I did the first bag and it came out pretty good. And I was like, all right. And then I think the stickers are all right. And I got it done, dude. And so I leveled the floor. So I'm like, the big thing, dude, I've been sitting staring at the bags of floor leveler for like 3 weeks. Just like, I don't know why I was all nervous about doing it, dude. Just like, I don't know, but I just was. And I got it done today. Satisfactory too. Like I'm gonna get in there tomorrow. I'm gonna put the floor down finally. Once the floor is down, like I just got to make my trim, and then that part of it's pretty much done. It's one of those weird things, you know, when you can just like trip yourself out. Like I don't know why I tripped myself out, dude. What kind of floor are you putting in? Yeah. Oh, so Taylor, that's it. If I eventually was just like, well, I had this other stuff I needed, but I kind of reached a point with doing the Lego studio where I'm like drywalling it, and I've been decided I'm going to take my time with it so I don't get all overwhelmed. So like I've been just trying to do it like mellow, but I kind of reached the point where I was like, okay, like I'm going to switch over and go get on this floor thing. And it all worked out. I'm putting in like that snap-in wood floor stuff, the veneer, whatever it is, dude. I mean, the days of getting all like weird about it, like it's not even worth it. Like it looks good at the end and stuff lasts. So I'm just getting it in there, dude. I got the flooring, I got all the stuff already, so I just got to do it, dude. Like that was the first thing I bought. Yeah, go physical therapist, man. I'm in this small town and I have been asking around and everyone gives me the number to a different chiropractor. I'm not about the chiros don't work, dude. I mean, I don't know what your problem is, but I had a herniated disc. I did the stretchers, the things, the chiropractors. I did all the voodoo stuff before I went to the physical therapist, man. I did all of it, dude. It was a journey. But yeah, so I got that done, and then I cleaned up this. So it was like, so that it was the temperature today around here was like 73 degrees and raining. Like I was out there with no shirt on in the rain, dude, doing like man work, dude. It was kind of rad, dude. Yeah, it was good, Carooster. It's like I'm like finally turning the corner a little bit on some of this stuff. But it's one of those things like, you're like, there's like those moments where you just kind of know you're a little bit out of your skill set, but you're like, all right, I got to do it, man. And I think I know why. It's like the floor I think I got, but it's like the minute I get done with that, I got to move into the bathroom. And I'm like, I'm way out of my element on that. But then, dude, one of the viewers from the other channel, dude, is a full bathroom tile guy, dude. So I'm gonna call him and be like, what's my move, bro? I'm just psyching myself out, dude. I don't know why. No excuse anymore, man. We got the bowl cut video handled. We got that one in the bag. But yeah, it's things are finally getting, and then all my irrigation tubing showed up today, which is nice. I'm telling you, it was just nice that, dude, it's been like 100+ degrees here for like a month. Like it's, whatever, it's hot and all, but you know how it is. It's like, it's at such a different pace. And today was like the first day it was like super nice where you're like, oh, okay. So yeah, it was super rad. It was like a real productive day today. And I gotta admit, dude, not having a bunch of hair on my head is so nice. So nice, man. I was just about to say this is like the new sticker tool. There we go. Boom. But yeah, what's going on out there with it? Man, I'm up in Auburn. It's hot. That rain sounds nice. Yeah, it was super. It's been Auburn, dude. Yeah, the rain was nice today, man. It's raining right now, actually. It's that fun, light, like warm rain, dude. It's sort of cool. Like Maverick was all pumped. Owl was out playing in the rain with me, dude. Yeah, the vapor bear, the whole thing. Yeah. We got in the house, we got a mix of carpeting, but the carpeting sucks. I was talking to my wife about it. We're eventually gonna get get rid of the carpet, man. But you know, we got carpet and like wood flooring. I don't like carpet, man. I'm a big carpets are disgusting. They freak me out. When you clean a carpet, like when you like, I put this on backwards, dude. Wait, can I flip it around? Is that a doable move? When I cleaned, I forgot how nasty carpets get. I was cleaning the carpet at our old house before we moved out, and it was so like I did the carpet clean, and then I hired a guy too, and it was so hectic how dirty it is in there, man. Even vacuuming, dude, like you freak out like how dirty carpets are. What's under you just do the wood flooring thing nowadays is so like dumb weekend warrior style. It's not like real wood flooring. Like if you were to put down like real oak wood flooring, there's a whole different process involved. I've done that. But this is the all this the like manufactured flooring stuff, dude. It's literally, dude, you put this like sound barrier underlayment stuff down and then you just lay it out and it snaps together, dude. It's like Legos. It's like Lego flooring. It's like no brainer. You just got to get your first, the whole secret to like flooring and that kind of stuff is you got to get your first row perfect. And once you got your first row perfect, you're good to go. But yeah, you just put this like foam stuff underneath it, and it's pretty basic. The flooring part's but that was the thing is with putting the floor down is the tolerance on the floor you're laying on has to be pretty close, or that's where you get your problems. Like you don't get a squeaky floor from the flooring. You get a squeaky floor from the underneath isn't set up right, dude. You know? Jordan just released a great new video today on Nancy's. I like his chats with Jordan, my Jordan Carooster, or Jordan Richter did, or are we talking Stewart? Stewart's the man. I got to get Stewart back on. I won't go too hard in the paint alien style. So expensive wood flooring is. It's, you know what? It's like everything. Stewart, yeah. Dude, but this is my thing is I'm glad you brought that up, dude. They're so busy hyping up World War III and nuclear arms, and like it's all a hoax, dude. Like they ain't gonna do anything. It's all a big giant. I should watch Stewart's thing, dude. But like it's hard to like take it seriously when you know there's no nukes. You know what I mean? Like you have to believe that a nuclear war is imminent to give it any sort of like credence. And I just like I know there's no nukes, dude, so I'm not worried about it. Like it's not gonna go down, you know. Certain holistic chiropractors seems to be more in tune with energetic axis of health than many MDs that seem to tend to get the mind body. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Skate Oasis. I had a really good chiropractor, dude, but man is is this is the this is all I can tell you from my own experience. As you know, like I had the herniated disc and was really messed up for quite a while. I did all of the stuff, dude. And with your back, right? Diet's important, of course. Stretching, all that kind of stuff's all part of the deal. But at the end of the day, the reason your back's giving you trouble is, generally speaking, unless you got some like degenerative thing going on, dude, is because your muscles aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. And you just need to retrain your muscles and get yourself like recalibrated and like get a whole bunch of new muscles fired up because you've just like neglected your muscles, dude. So when they get into the this is sort of the way like again, I had the raddest physical therapist ever, dude. And his basic thing was like, look, I'm not trying to make a bunch of money off of you. I'm going to charge you top dollar for the first 12 visits. You're probably never going to need to see me again. In that 12 visits, I'm going to make everything work for you, dude. And I'm going to give you exercises and routines to take care of yourself, and you'll never have to see me again. In fact, I don't want to see you again because that's how I work, right? And so there's a little bit of that with the chiropractor thing, is like they don't really like cure you. They keep you coming back for more, dude. Like it's one of those things. Like Dr. Kim, dude, he did the work on me, sent me out the door. I've never had to see him again. I just refer him. I just give him referrals, dude. Like you can go back into my archives and see how jacked up I was. But I'll tell you, dude, like the chiropractor thing, man, I remember going like twice a week sometimes. And yeah, it gets you into they're all super nice. Like the guy I was seeing was super rad, dude. He was all about it. But it never fixed me, dude. I always just sort of took care of it for a moment and never addressed the problem. And then I really had the problem fixed. And I was like, oh, that's what it looks like when it's all fixed. Oh, that's what it's like when it's all fixed, you know? Uh-oh. Shoot, did I put these all on backwards? Darn it. Did I farm it? I farmed it pretty heavily right there. Dang it, dude. I farmed all of them. Why did I do that? I at least farm every one of them? No, I didn't. Darn. Hold on. So that's my take on it. Like, I'm into that sort of kind of medicine. Is like, I'm gonna teach you how to like take care of yourself so you don't have to come back. To me, that's the model. That's how, like, that's the sell. Is like, I'm gonna help you, and you're not gonna need to come and see me anymore. Not to mention chiropractors are expensive, dude. Super expensive, man. Had a gnarly slam at the skateboard trying to grind a big ledge day. I'm thinking about getting it. Probably a good idea, spaghetti cats. I've really I like the helmet thing's real, dude. There's no take backs with brain ramage. Like once you mess up that unit, dude, you can't go to the physical therapist and get that thing fixed. Yeah. I always tell the story, dude. Like I used to like I'm I just come from a different generation with it. Like we just never wore helmets for anything, right? Like it just wasn't something. Like think about this. I come from the generation we didn't wear helmets snowboarding, dude. Like nowadays you wouldn't look right if you snowboarded without a helmet. Back when I snowboarded, nobody wore a helmet. Wasn't even a thing. Wasn't something you even thought it like there just weren't any. I mean, there probably were, but it just wasn't something that like nowadays you couldn't go snowboarding without a helmet. You would look ridiculous. People would be like, what's your problem, man? Why don't you have a helmet on? So eventually skateboarding should like that. It's weird that skateboarding isn't like that. I trip on it. I don't know. I'm moving to a place with the cement floor, not stoked on it, but I can't imagine. I'm moving to a place with the cement floors, dude. If you have raw cement floors, dude, it's pretty, and they're level, it's pretty easy to put the flooring down, dude. Like put it this way, the instructions are on the box. It's a little bit, it probably puts you out a little bit, but better than carpet. It's the same amount. It's in the end, it's cheaper than carpet. All right, look, dude, we made the little spaceship thing. I did pretty good on the stickers, huh? What do you think about that? I did pretty good on the stickers, dude. I have 3 kids, and how dumb was I to think I was too cool to wear a helmet. All scared when to progress. Will encounter some slams from time to time, at least. Do your thing either way. Yeah, I'm with you, dude. The kid thing, like I would never ever let Owl roll without a helmet. I'm super like gnarly about it, dude. Like I'm like, you gotta wear your helmet. And to the point where, what's weird with the thing is like I even wear a helmet, like just riding the bike now. And I never used to be that guy. I don't mind. I'm just like, okay, because it's one of those things. It's like once you get used to it, it's like it's normal. I'm sort of talking a little bit of smack because I still haven't crossed the barrier of skateboarding, but I haven't skated in a while recently, so I probably will, especially since I'm like an old guy now. So old guy, dude, better protect my melon, dude. Yeah, the bike thing for sure. It's funny when I got my mountain bike, when I got back into it, because when I first, again, that's like another thing. When I first started mountain biking in the early 90s, you didn't wear a helmet. I never wore a helmet. Didn't wear a helmet at all, dude. And that's crazy, right? So when I got back into mountain biking, like I got a helmet, but I didn't like wear it like the first time I went riding. And I was like, I felt, and I didn't go on the trail, but I was like on the bike and I was like, dude, this is insane not to wear a helmet. Like, think about the weirdos. Think about the weird thing. Think about how weird it was, like the pushback on dudes on motorcycles who didn't want to wear helmets. Like I can't even imagine like what that's all about. Like, why would you not want to wear a helmet riding a motorcycle? Like, I don't need, like, that's like one of those, like, I can't even believe they had to make a big deal about it. You know what I mean? Like, it seems so weird to me that there was any like they had to go out of their way to, it seems like one of those things like, why would you even need to make a law about that? Like, why would you ride a motorcycle without a helmet? That to me is like crazy town, dude. But dude, you still see them, man. Yo, Mark, what's going on, dude? Yeah, it's yeah, the bull riding thing, they didn't wear helmets either, dude. It's trippy, dude. I think you just you know, I have a theory about it all though, right? I do have a theory about it. I think that there's a certain angle of you have to wear a helmet now because people are like, well, all right, so let's say like 30 years ago, right? 30 years ago, this is a Gunler, this is going to get a little bit lizardy for you. All right, just so you know, lizards coming in sideways. So like 30 years ago, let's say 30 years ago, whatever, you didn't really wear helmets for much anything, right? You didn't even, like, I think the motorcycle thing wasn't even like a law back then. And then so nobody was thinking twice about it, right? Like, people weren't walking around being like, oh my God, you don't have a helmet on, you're going to hit your head and die. Like, there wasn't people projecting that into the like ether. Move the ball forward. If you were to like I said, like if you were to go snowboarding right now, right? And you were to go up to the snowboarding mountain, there would be so many people looking at you going, without your helmet, going, you're crazy, dude. You're going to hit your head and die, dude. Like in their own head, just projecting that thought at you, where it probably will happen because so many people are like aiming their like intent energy at you to be like, you're going to hit your head and die, dude. And I sort of think it's like that now. It's like everybody's so super like focused on it that like, if you're the one without the helmet, you actually have people focusing their mental power on you going, you're going to die, versus like, that wasn't like something someone did years ago. Like, nobody was walking around being like, oh, you don't have your helmet on, you're going to die, dude. Like, now there's definitely people like going, you don't have your helmet on, you're going to die, dude. Like, what's wrong with you? And that thought, then people thinking that and aiming that thought at you, I think will kill you. I do believe that people have the ability to like kill you with their thoughts. If that makes sense. Does that make sense, man? Like, because now it's like you're the odd person out and people are it's so Karened out that they're like, just stare at you and just be like, try to kill you with their mind, man. Kill you with your mind. I think that's what's going on. That's why you like the whole, What about California letting you split lanes? That seems reasonable to me, dude. The lane splitting things seems like, I mean, if you read the law, you're not allowed to split lanes at a certain point, though. It's not like you're allowed to split lanes when you're going like 65. You're allowed to split lanes when the other cars are like at a certain, like going 10. That seems legit. But splitting lanes at speed seems a little crazy to me. I've got tile in the basement. Definitely nice because you don't have to worry about it getting ruined. Yeah. In Texas, bicycles split lanes and ride tandem. Seems dumb to me. You know, man, the motorcycle thing's risky, dude. It is some risky pool. I've told you my story about like me just returning my motorcycle back to the dude I bought it from, just being like, you can keep it, dude. I don't want it, man. This thing's gnarly, dude. Yeah. It's a gnarly activity, man. I don't want it. I like, but I'm kind of up here. I do look at the motorcycles a little bit up here and be like, but you know, man, it's one mistake and it's lights out, dude. You know what I noticed up here, and this is something I've been like, there's a lot of one-armed dudes up here, and they all look like motorcycle riders. Like I think that's a pretty common thing. You like lose your arm, right? Like I went out to eat with Owl last week, and I saw 3 one-armed dudes in one day, and all of them looked like motorcycle riders. You know, they had that like look, if you know what I mean. Like they weren't like Harley guys either. They just had that like, you know, like they weren't like, they probably rode Harley. Like there are 2 great YouTube channels for stretching. I use Moment Pros, Live Stretch, so believe it. Person, that's exactly. Use them so you don't lose them. Yeah. Use them so you don't lose them. What's going on, Kimmy? It's not even one mistake. It's like one thing in the road and you're done. Yeah. And well, the weird thing about the motorcycle thing, from my observation, when I had one and I was pretty intense on like checking it out. And you know, anyone will tell you this too. It's not you. It's everybody else. Like when I was riding my motorcycle, I was so on it, like, but you really did observe how careless people were. Like just like, because I've ridden a motorcycle, I have a different eye for them now than I used to. But before I rode a motorcycle, I wasn't looking for them. People aren't looking for you. People aren't thinking you're coming down the road. Like, so on that level alone, it's like, it's just risky pool, dude. People like, there's this weird thing where like, you know, the bikers on the road think the same thing too. It's like, oh, they're looking for, no, they're not looking for you, dude. They have no idea you're there. They don't care. You know, like, oh, look at that. That's pretty neat how that, look at that's pretty neat how I can't even undo it. It's so locked in there. How they locked that wall in there. That was pretty cool, dude. Like they're not looking for you. No one cares. My dad stopped riding his motorcycle and nearly got killed by deer. Deer are gnarly, dude. When I lived in the Poconos, defensive driving. They look straight at you and pull out. Exactly, dude. Nah, it's risky pool, dude. It really is. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not even getting lizardy yet, dude. I was I did have like the lizard moment for a moment, like the sun's like I just been tripping on how they've been just trying to hype up the end of the world thing, man. Blessings also. My dad's best friend got decapitated that way on his own street just from some wet leaves. So sad. Gnarly. Decapitated from a deer? The deer are gnarly, dude. When I lived in Pennsylvania in the Poconos, the deer were a real problem. That's all I got for you. You know what else? You know what else is a real problem? You know how like when people move up to the snow from like places that don't snow, there's all sorts of things like they didn't know like about driving around in the snow. And there has like one thing that like people from the like the South or the West Coast, more like untreed West Coast, is in the fall. And when the fall happens and all the leaves start falling out of the trees on the East Coast, they get all layered on the road. And then it's the first rains, there's like the layers will separate and it's like driving on ice, dude. The little tip, dude, if you're driving around on the East Coast in the fall and the leaves have all fallen down and then there's a rain, it's like driving on ice, dude. I don't know. Maybe we're not going to get Maybe we're not getting aliens, Skate Oasis. I've just been, dude. You guys know I listen to Pockets of the Future, right? I don't know if any of you guys listen to Pockets of the Future, dude. It's gotten crazy over there, dude. Like it's really gotten pretty crazy over there. 14. Oh, it's a lot more than I thought. People be threatening to kill him and stuff. I'm like, wow, dude. Like, coming from a winter province, a lot of people don't know how to drive. Yeah, people are bad drivers. It's the speed thing, man. It's people just don't realize that speeding is what'll get you. I remember when I lived in Montana. I lived in Montana for a winter, right? And I had my little four-banger pickup truck, dude, my little Mazda B2300, right? And we lived in Bozeman, and we would go up every day up to Bridger Bowl, right? So we would leave, early to get up to be, on the first chair. We'd leave early. We'd make our coffee and we'd get all geared up and we would cruise and we would just putt on the way up there, right? We'd just like take our mellow time and putt our way up there. And we would always get passed by a-holes and 4x4s, right? Passing people and, on the way up to Bridger Bowl. And dude, like every fifth day, one of those people would be in the ditch, and we would just be putting right by them, like, and they'd be in the ditch, and we'd putt right by them. And I like was the whole thing of like, dude, like people just don't get it. Like speed and conditions are not your friend. All right, so this dude, I don't really know who this dude is. He's like the devil, but he's called Kardusai Malak, is a Devaronian with a high bounty on his head. He was a cruel army captain on his homeworld of Deveron and committed deadly crimes. Now he is trying to escape his past by hiding in Tatooine and going by the alias Labria, hiding. Labria is hiding in the midst of the Tatooine bar culture, dude. Oh wait, he's better with this. I should have put this as the more better face. But I always used to like trip on that. Like, just people just don't know. Oh, dude, yeah. I remember living in Portland, Oregon when we lived up there, and there was like, we had one of those freak snowstorms that like shut down the city for like days, dude. And there was snow everywhere, dude. And I remember like people just were like losing their minds. They couldn't drive. They didn't know what was going on. And I think I got to hook all this together. And it was madness. It was like bumper cars out there. And there was like, so up in technically it's Southwest Portland, but it's up there like Burnside and I don't know, 23rd up there, up towards Forest Park. There's like a big hill right there. And I remember, dude, like one of the buses, like when the snowstorm hit and the first day of the snowstorm, they were still letting the buses roll, and the bus like lost its brakes. It like didn't lose its brakes. It just locked up in the snow and like tobogganed down the road and just took out every car all along the road. They must have taken out 20 cars, dude. It was all time, dude. It was like a big deal. Like we were close enough, we walked over. It was like stuck there for like a week, dude, till the snow melted. Dude, there was just wrecked cars and wrecked buses, and it was madness, dude. Yeah, it was good times, dude. We ate this crazy acid on that storm too. Me and my buddy Brett, we ate all this Black Pyramid gel cap acid, dude. And we were in Northwest Portland, right? And the big snowstorm had come in, and we dropped all this acid. My buddy had driven up from Eugene, and it was this Black Pyramids, dude. And we took all this stuff in the middle of the snowstorm, dude. And I remember just roaming around up in the hills of up in like Northwest Portland, up in the hills. It's super like posh, dude. Like, but like not like old school kind of posh, man. And we were roaming around, and like it was snowing. So we like, it was all like snowing in the middle of the night. So we were tromping around in all these people's like yards, dude, like these mansions yards and stuff, just running around in the snow. And I remember we were in the front of this mansion that overlooked like the whole city, and it was just snowing, and we were tripping. And I remember my buddy stopping and turning around and being like, I've never seen houses like, he was from Southern California. I've never seen houses like this in my entire life. And kind of like losing it. Like, he's like, where are we, dude? Like, what's going on? Like, where are we, dude? And he kind of like cracked, and he was like, he started getting all like loud and crazy. We were in like in these people's yard, like front for overlook. You know, like we weren't in the driveway side of the yard. We were like in their like front view yard, dude. And he was like, oh, but you know how it is when it's all snowing and stuff. You can be kind of like loud and crazy, like everyone's all bundled up. And I remember he's like in the yard, he's like tripping, like, I've never seen anything like this ever. And then but it was like that thing where like he came unglued, sort of, where he was like, where am I? Like, what, like, what's going on? Like, where are we? And we're, like, and Portland sort of looks like a spaceship at certain times, dude. And so I remember him being there, and he was getting all like loud and like starting to kind of freak out a little bit. And I'm like, dude, you gotta like mellow out, man. Like, you're gonna wake these people up, dude. And they're gonna flip out that we're in their yard. And like, you gotta like mellow out. And I'm just like, dude, just lay down, bro. Just lay in the snow, man. Let's make snow angels, dude. So this dude was like flipping about this house, like, oh my God, what's up with this house? Where are we? And he was getting loud. And my advice was like, not to run, but like, dude, let's just lay down and make snow angels, dude. So we're laying in these people's yard, tripping balls, making these snow angels, dude, just laughing hysterically, dude. Oh, we must have been there like an hour, dude, just straight up in these people's yard, man. Like frying balls, making snow angels. Ah, it's fantastic, dude. That was a good psychedelic experiment, man. This dude and we used to cause some trouble, dude. The champ, dude. I wonder what the champ's doing, dude. The Kid Dynamite, dude. What is Kid Dynamite up to tonight? Seattle's on the hill too. Yeah, SF Hills. The Seattle buses, the accordion ones. It's kind of majestic to be up early before anyone's out and everything is snow covered. Oh, dude, it's the best, Mark, dude. Nothing better than first tracks in the morning and the herb, like it's all quiet and just clean. Like there's something super special about like a snowstorm in an urban area, like first thing in the morning before anyone's put a footprint in on it and everything's just covered with dude, that is like full God right there, man. For sure. That is like majestic. That is like the perfect word to describe that. It is majestic. Because there's just nothing else like it. Like you can't find that anywhere else, like in human experience. Like that's like this weird interface with nature and man-made. It's like that. I was telling you, like then when I realized the flour and the Nature Valley granola bar wrapper all come from the same place, you realize there's no separation. Like that it all can be beautiful at certain moments. I remember like I had this, when I was living in Charlotte, North Carolina, dude, I was there for like a freak snowstorm, dude, like that shut down the city for like 3 days. And, oh boy, that was a gnarly one, dude. But it was the same thing. I had sort of a gnarly experience, but, I remember roaming. I got stuck in Raleigh. alcohol and drugs, dude. Just fail. But I got stuck in Raleigh, dude. I mean, I might as well tell the story, dude. So I was out in I was living in North Carolina, and I was working at this catering company. I was living on Jackson Avenue with all these dudes, whatever. And I'd gone out to the West Coast to go surfing and come back home to go surfing for like a week. And I'd flown back to Charlotte, but you fly into Raleigh, Durham, which is like, I don't know, an hour away or something, hour and a half away. See, that's the airport is Raleigh, Durham, dude. So I flew into Raleigh, Durham, and this freak snowstorm hit, right? And I came in on a late flight, and I got drunk on the airplane, dude. I got hammered on the airplane. I get off of the plane, and my bro who's supposed to pick me up's like, we can't get there, dude. The snowstorm, dude. We're not going to get there. So I'm hammered, which makes me like not have the best judgment, right? So I'm like, all right. So I'm out in front of the airport trying to hitchhike in the snowstorm, dude. I had all this luggage, and I'm out in this trying to hitchhike in the snowstorm, and I'm not getting a ride. And then I get back. I think I get hassled by the airport cops, but I'm drunk, and I'm like, and they're like, look, dude, we're going to bust you if you don't like go back inside. And then they were inside, and somehow I remember I got this cab with this girl. So I got a cab with this girl, and we were like, we'll split the fare. And my plan was I was going to leave the airport. Oh, because they were shutting the airport down. That's right. They were like, we're shutting the airport down. It was like a whole scene. I'm like, that's right. I got to do it. I beefed with the cops because I was like, dude, I got nowhere to go. My ride's not coming. And they're like, well, we're doing what we're doing. Figure it out. And so I got a ride with this. I ended up splitting a cab with this girl. This is before Uber and all that stuff, by the way. And so we're going to split the fare. And she gets off wherever she's getting off in Raleigh. And then I'm like, take me to the Greyhounds, the bus station. That was my whole plan. I was like, I'm going to get me to the bus station, dude. And I'm thinking it's like a bus station, right? Like a bus station, you know, like whatever. I got a bunch of stuff too with me. A backpack, computer, the whole thing. I'm like, take me to the bus station. And I remember I don't have a lot of money, dude. That's one of the things. Like I'm kind of like low on money. I'm like, take me to the bus station. Thinking it's going to be a bus station. I can just, you know, hold up there for the evening and no big deal, dude. And again, I'm hammered, so I'm an idiot. And so the girl gets out. The dude takes me to the bus station, and it's like, it's not like a bus station. It's like a kiosk. It's like a kiosk out in the middle of the parking lot. And the dude's like, charges. I go, whoa, I thought we were splitting the fare. And he's like, no. And I go, this is super uncool. And I get into a beef with the cab guy, right? And I'm out in there's nothing there. There's just a kiosk, like a little teeny kiosk, and it's dumping snow. And he's like, now we're arguing with each other because I'm like, fuck you, and blah, blah. It's like, gets all gnarly, dude. Next thing you know, I'm standing in front of this kiosk and it's cold. I remember it's like cold, super cold. And I'm like wearing jeans, but I got a jacket with me. I just come from sunny Southern California. I got this jacket with me and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm going to die at this. There's nothing around. Like, there's no like business. Everything's closed. It's just snowstorm quiet. I'm like, dude, I'm going to die out here, dude. I'm like not prepared. I'm hungry. I'm drunk. I'm thirsty. I got improper foot gear. My feet are getting wet. The whole thing. And so I'm like, so I call 911. There's like, this back when there's still payphones, right? So I call 911 on the payphone. I go, look, man. They're like, what's your, I go, dude, I'm at the Raleigh bus station. There's no one here. And they're like, this is not, and I go, no, this is an emergency. I go, I'm from California, dude. I'm not equipped here. Like, I'm not, like, I just got, and I'm drunk and I'm like, dude, I need help, dude. Like, I'm calling 911. You're supposed to help me, dude. And so she's like, all right, stay on the phone. And literally through the snowstorm, I can hear myself talking through the police radio. Like, they had me on like the speaker or something. I can hear myself. He's getting closer. So the cop pulls up. It's dumping snow. I'm like, dude, like, just give me back to the airport or something, dude. And he's like, I can't, dude. And I'm like, dude, I don't have any money, man. Like, so he's like, all right, I'm gonna take you to the shelter, dude. I got fine, dude. Like, I got, like, you have to understand, I got a giant backpack. I got my laptop. I think I got skateboards and stuff, and I got way too much stuff, right? So I get in the cop's like, all right, man, come on. I'll take you over to the shelter, dude. You'll be fine for the night. So I'm like, all right, dude. So he takes me over to the shelter and he drops me off. He's like, all right, man. But he's like pulls, because he's gonna go talk to them. We just like go in there and I walk in the shelter, right? It's like some shelter, emergency shelter. And I walk in and like, it's just a bunch of like gangster dudes, man. Like black gangster dudes, like poor black dudes. Like, and I walk in and I go, nah. No, I was the only white dude. Like the only white dude. And I'm wearing a giant red jacket, dude. And I'm like, I got my Spicoli thing going and my bowl cut, and I'm like, nah, dude, this is a fail, bro. So I go back. I'm like, I can't stay here, dude. So I go outside. I stand outside in the shelter, and I'm like with the cop and the people that run the shelter, and they're like, it's either there or there, dude. Like, dude, wait. Sorry about that. It's either there or there. And I'm like, I'm looking, it's dumping snow. There's got to be like this much snow out there. I'm like, all right. So I go in and you got to understand, man, at this time, I'm a West Coast kid still. I lived in the Poconos and East Coast before and stuff, and Oregon and all that stuff. But this is early 2000s. I'm still not, I still have a skewed perspective of reality. And so I still am judging the book by its cover, let's say. Not in a not in a racist way, but like in a racist way, right? like not like in a bad sense, but just like in a like naive sense. You know what I mean? Not like, oh, I was just like, I don't know, I don't know, dude. And so I go in this shelter, dude, and I'm like, all right, man. And I'm like, I'm gonna get robbed, dude. That's all I was like, I'm gonna get robbed tonight. I'm gonna get something bad's gonna happen to me tonight, dude. So I get my mat, and it's like there's got to be like 300 dudes in here, dude, and they're all in like, you know, basketball shorts and like tank tops and stuff, dude. It's Raleigh, dude. Like they're not. I'm the only dude with the like a winter jacket, dude, and so 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 I lay my mat down, and my first dude there is super nice, man. It's older guys like, yeah, dude, pretty grateful to be in here tonight, aren't you? I go, yeah, dude, it's gnarly out there. Like, he's like, yeah, man, we're super great, blessed to be in here tonight. And like, he knows, he can tell I'm fish out of water. He's like, it's gonna be fine, dude. Like, you're fine. Everyone's just in here getting out of the snow, dude. Like, don't sweat any of it, dude. Just get some sleep, man. Like, everything's gonna be chill, dude. And so I ended up talking to this guy all night, dude. Like, not all night, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Like, I ended up talking to this dude. Dude's super cool. I have like one of those like moments, dude, where I'm like, I don't know, the other side of it all, if you will. And so I'm the minority. And hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not. All right. Oops. And I have this great conversation with this dude about, you know, I'm not one to sit and not like talk to somebody about reality. So I'm talking to this dude about like life and stereotypes and what it's like to be from my perspective, and I'm asking him question what's going on, what is this all about, why are all these dudes here, like what and he's like explaining to me like the situation in the hood, that these are all dudes that don't have a place to go on a night like tonight because they're you know, for whatever reason, dude. And I go, they're all young, and like we have this really like deep conversation about like socioeconomic realities for the, you know, for the Black community of Raleigh, and for a white dude who's a rookie to the South. I'm talking because I'm new to the South, and I'm like, you know, dude, and you know, I'd only been in the South like 3 months, and I was like, you know, we we're talking about like the New South because it's called, you know, the New South, and what's going on in the New South, and I don't know, we just have this great conversation because I'm all drunk and chatty, you know, drunk and chatty guy. And so so the morning comes, dude, and it's like 6 a.m. They like kick everybody out, dude. It's like a 6 a.m. kick out. Like, all right, everybody get out, dude. It's 6 a.m. And so the majestic thing. I guess that's what brought this whole thing on. It was gnarly. It was gnarly. So I get out of the shelter at 6 in the morning. The sun's just coming up. Raleigh is covered in like a foot and a half of snow, dude. And it was like this beautiful thing. It truly was a beautiful, beautiful morning. And I was like, they were like, go to the train station. You can get a train to Charlotte real easy. So I walked through the snow, fresh tracks, through the snow to the train station in Raleigh, dude. And it was like a mile and a half, dude. My feet were frozen. I get in, like I have this majestic walk through the snow, just like that person that Mark was talking about. It's beautiful. I do the thing. I have this trippy train ride down to Charlotte, and I get off the train and I'm beat, dude. You know what I mean? I don't have any money for food. I haven't eaten. Like I still haven't eaten. Like take that, and if I still haven't eaten, gotten any water or anything, dude, I'm just shot. And I get out of the train, and the train drops you off on this weird part of Charlotte, sort of in the hood, dude. And I had to walk through the hood, like gnarly. And again, surfer dude, giant red parka, big giant backpack, laptop, computer case, skateboards, hungover, walking through the snow-covered hood at like 11 and Charlotte. And you gotta understand that like these hoods in the neighborhoods or whatever you want to call them in the South aren't like high rise. They're like single family home neighborhoods are sketchier than high rise neighborhoods in a weird way. Like it's just dogs and gnarly, and they're long, and just I had to go through this trudge through this hood, dude. It's like forever, dude. Just walking, people are looking at me like, and because it's now like 11, 12 o'clock and the snow's melting, right? Like the snow's immediately melting, and it's just, now it's not majestic, it's filthy. Like all the snow's melting and it's just garbage and scummery, and it's just gross, dude, right? So I'm walking through the snow, and I finally get to my house where I live. I finally get to where I live, dude. And there was like a big front porch. It was like an old Victorian, right? We lived in. And I finally get to our house. And one of the girls I lived with, she's crying on the front stoop, dude. She's like crying, dude. Like, yeah, I understand, but on this trudge through the snow for like a day, like 16 hours at this point. I've been through it all. Cops and night in the shelter, train rides, walking through hoods. I'm soaking wet. My feet are, I'm done. I walk up the steps, and she's crying, and she's like, they're shooting dope. Like they're shooting. So I lived in this house where these dudes were like the local coke dealers, right? They were like selling coke, dude. It was kind of rad, dude. I left a week later, dude. It was just like, you know, a constant cocaine party. But I come back a week later, 10 days later, and she's on the stoop, and she's like, they started shooting it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And you have to understand, we lived in this old funky Victorian, but these dudes all worked for like chefs at the catering company and stuff. So they kept a really tight house. Like even though it was an old rundown Victorian, they kept it really clean and like organized. She's like, they're shooting dope and they've locked me out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my God, like, what is this, dude? I'm walking up, dude. It's like a whole scene right off the bat. And I'm like, what? Oh boy, dude. And she's like, dude. And I'm like, oh no, they're like shooting dope. Like what? And She's like, yeah. And I walk into the house that I had left, like totally clean and normal. I mean, except for the constant cocaine party. And it is thrashed, just demoed. Like madness had ripped through the thing. And I was like, I remember standing there with my wet ass self and all my stuff being like, oh shit. This is taking a turn for the worst. And it sure did. It sure did. I'll just tell you the end of it. Like, I'll tell you the end of the. I'm just gonna go to the end. So like before I left, everything was cool. I come back, they're shooting dope. The place is thrashed. I had made friends. Like there was like these 3 young houses of white kids living on this cul-de-sac surrounded in a black neighborhood, dude. Right? Whatever. And I had made friends with the 3 young kids, and not kids, they must have been like 19. These 3 young kids next door, dude. And they were cool. And you got to understand, I'm not afraid. Right. So when I met these kids, again, I talk about everything. And so I'd talk to these kids about like not getting caught in racial stereotypes and dude, like, and I kind of took these 3 kids under my wing. Right. And I'd proved myself to them in many ways. And we were friends. Right. I used to go hang out with them, smoke weed with these guys. And we had a good respect for each other. And so at the end, it had gotten really gnarly. And the main drug dealer who supplied the dudes I lived with all their drugs was trying to get me, dude. Because I wasn't complying with what was going on. And so right at the end, the kid from, like, I was sort of like a wanted man by the bad people, if you will. And the last day, I came to get my stuff or something or whatever, and the kid came over from the next door, and he's like, dude, like, I know what's going on, man. And he's like, I just want you to know I got your back, dude. And I'm like, dude, it's fun. He's like, no, he's like, I don't think you know how much trouble you're in, dude. He's like, I got your back. And he lifts his like waistband and he's got his gun there, dude. And he's like, I got your back, dude. And I was like, man, I was like touching, dude. I guess that's what I'm trying to say is like that's when you crossed over like a different like barrier, right? With people and socioeconomic realities and stereotypes and all this stuff. This young Black man was willing to go to war to protect me, dude. I gave him my car. I was like, I gave him my car, dude. I had bought this car there and I gave it to him. I was like, dude, here's my car, man. But I'll never forget him being like, I got your back, dude. And I'm being like, whoa, dude. Like, I literally just barely got out of North Carolina, dude. I came scampering back from North Carolina with my tail between my legs, like, oh, bro, I'm lucky to. I barely made it, man. I'll tell you that much, dude. North Carolina was gnarly, dude. That was like a trip into like fear and loathing. Yeah, that's not even like that's crucial. That's sort of the abridged version of what was really going on there. Like, there's a whole bunch of other plays, but it's just this thing where like it's why I always say people are good, dude. At the end of the day, people are good, man. And I don't mean it because this dude was going to blast someone or defend me or anything like that. I mean, when it came down to it, it wasn't about black or white or this or that. Like, this dude knew I was a good dude. And he valued what we had shared over the course of our, like, I sometimes think about, I don't even remember the kid's name, dude. I sometimes think about that kid and wonder what happened. Charlotte was gnarly, dude. The Charlotte was, I'm lucky to have made it out of Charlotte, dude. Not just for that reason. I was like, I was getting into fist fights, and I was on it. That was the beginning of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Hiroshima and Nagasaki came into formation in Charlotte, North Carolina, for sure. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Skate Oasis. Yeah, exactly. I was young, you know. I must have been 30. Yeah, I mean, you can only do that kind of stuff when you're young. I mean, if you're doing that and you have a family, it's not really that cool, dude. Like, yeah, that counted because I was single, young, and didn't have any responsibilities in life. But I guess what I'm getting at too is you know, play silly games, win silly prizes, dude. Like, I got when I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, I moved to get sober, dude. I didn't know about AA or anything. Like, I literally had moved to get sober, and I was greeted with like a bag of cocaine and being like, like, that's why I'm like super, like, I do all the sober stuff, and like stuff is like, dude, it'll find you till you realize, like, it'll just look for you. Like, it'll, like, because that's where you're like, it's like the helmet thing, right? It like I literally like I used to get like, it was like, I'm one of the, like, it was just like, yeah, you want, like, sure, you want to get sober, here, how about you move across the country right into the coke house? Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't stand a chance. There was like, that's what I mean, is like, from that point on, I think I still had 10 more years of just like fear and loathing, dude. Drugs are brutal, dude. Makes me think, like, it's like that chick who just got 9 years in Russia, right? You know, I was thinking about that today. I saw that the basketball girl got 9 years, right? And it goes to that thing I keep telling people. I go, just because weed is legal doesn't mean it's legal, dude. Like, it's a trap. The weed thing's a trap, dude. I mean, you got to be an idiot to like think you can just roll into a foreign country with weed, but regardless, like it's all a setup to trap you in a lower dimensional reality, man. Like I trip that people still don't see it, like that you have to be like clear of all of it right now. Like when I saw that, dude, so when you remember what, like, I'm sure when we all first heard that chick got like busted, right? I didn't think in my wildest dreams that I think that gal was going to end up getting 9 years, dude. Nope. But sure enough, why? Because it's all a con. It's all meant to like trap you, dude. Because the weed will have you thinking that you can, just because it's legal in California, like, oh, I can just go waltzing onto an airplane over to a foreign country with my weed pen and be like, it was an accident. An accident? Like, what kind of dummy thinks like that, dude? I don't even get it, dude. Like, yeah, lizard meatballs, dude. Yeah, like, but no, the irony is that girl was like one of those hate America people, dude. One of those America sucks people, like, you know. And now look at what you get, dude. America didn't suck that bad, did it? That's what all those little like woke lefty weirdo freaks need, is like a little holiday. A little holiday, dude. Find out how sketchy it really is out there, dude. Because I'll tell you what, dude, that little story I just told, that was in my own country, dude. You don't like the people think they can actually pull like stupid stuff in foreign countries, dude. Like, it blows my mind, man. It blows my mind, dude. Yeah, the weapons dealer trade. Yeah, it's all sketchy, dude. Who knows, dude? I again, it's like, I don't even know how relevant that is to the whole fact that like you have to have your, like, you have to be fully triple aware right now, dude. Yeah, the world's cold and brutal, dude. Yeah, that's where these lefty weirdo loonies are gonna get like bitch slapped by reality, is like thinking that like it's like, no, the world does not care about like your gender identity, dude. The world could care less about that stuff, dude. The world's like, dude, are you dumb or smart? That's all the world cares about, dude. The world will eat you alive, dude, if you're not careful. Like, I don't get what like, it's only due to the American way that you actually get to run around and be. I've told you the story of like, I lived with that I used to have to be mentored by my girlfriend's dad, right? He was sort of took me under his wing, and you know, I was all political activist, and you know, when I was in my 20s, I had that same sort of vibe, like America, dude, the evil empire, blah, 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 right? Because it's standard when you're young. You don't know any better. It's not till you have kids and had some experiences in Charlotte, North Carolina, and gotten sober and all these kind of things where you sort of wake up to like the truth of what's really going on. But I remember him telling me, dude, and he used to like, he would be like, you know, Hamish, you know that the stuff you get to say in any other country, you would get killed for, dude. And I'd be like, and I remember like we were getting stoned one night and I heard him finally. I was like, I remember hearing him and being like, whoa. Because he was like, dude, only in America can you talk smack about the government the way you do. And I was like, one day the pot mixture was just right. And I heard what he said. And I was like, whoa. Because like, you think that like Holiday in Cambodia song's like a joke, dude, with Jello. Like, No, that's the way it is out there, dude. Only in America can you talk smack about your country, dude. You couldn't go pull all that crap those lunatics have pulled in any other country, dude. And I mean, don't get me wrong, America's on its deathbed, but still, dude, like even America going down the tubes has more freedom than any other country out there. People just don't get it, dude. Like the only reason you get to say America sucks is because America doesn't suck. Like, that's the irony of it. I think that's what you figure out when you become an adult, man, right? Like when you finally grow up, you're like, oh, the only reason I can say America sucks is because it doesn't. Like, if you can't say your country sucks, it does suck. Like, that's why America doesn't suck, is because you can say it sucks, dude. Yeah, Gunler, how about that one, right? Yeah, that one. But it's I mean, that's like the weird thing, dude. And that's why I appreciate that's why I appreciate what we have. I don't know if it's America or if it's us. I don't know what it is, dude. Maybe it's just the fact that we still have that Second Amendment, man. And maybe that's the only thing keeping the lion at bay, is the Second Amendment. I wonder sometimes, dude. I wonder what it really is, dude. I stumbled onto this talk the other day, and it was pretty trippy, dude. And it was this dude, he was like, that the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, is meant only for rich people. And I was like, and it was this dude who was like a lefty professor, but he was one of those old school lefty professors, dude, just challenging your thought process kind of guys. And he went on, like, he piqued my curiosity. So I listened to his lecture, and he went on to be like, no, dude, if you really, like, it was made by rich dudes for rich dudes. It wasn't the whole woke, like, the racist infrastructure nonsense. It was just him going like, look, you have to understand the mindset of what it is and what it's about, and like to truly grasp it. And it was like very like illuminating, because I was like, whoa, dude, like I never really thought about it like that, man. But when you think about it, you go, oh yeah, dude. For rich people. So that gets you to the point. And I think a lot of people are starting to figure that out, is rich is a state of mind, right? So if the Constitution was made for rich people, let's say it is. Well, is that a problem? No. You just have to be rich. Well, what is rich? I was talking to my friend the other day about like wealth, and he was like, he's one of these like dudes who's still like asleep at the wheel about like, what wealth is, like it's all about money and the hustle and this and that. And I go, dude, I'll always be richer than you. And he's like, dude, I know, man. Like, and he's like, how can you say that? I go, dude, because I have like peace of mind, dude. And he's like, no, he's like, no, dude, I go, and at that when I was talking to him, I was literally like at church or going to pick up Al from church, and Al was hanging out at church playing with all his like church buddies, kids. And I'm watching Al play with his friends at church, laughing. And I was just sitting there going like, I'm rich, dude. Look at that. Look at that smiling child. I'm sitting up here in this beautiful mountain community. Like, so the Constitution applies totally to me, because I have unlimited wealth, dude. Because I have wealth of spirit, wealth of God, and sometimes I treat myself like a pauper, and You know, I can do that to myself too, but like, but yeah, like I like, if you like think about it like that way, like, yeah, the Constitution does only apply to rich people, but what the wealth is subjective to your thing, because if you don't have a rich spirit, how are you ever going to progress to encapsulate the values that make America what America is, right? Yeah, right, Gunler. They're pretty boring right now, dude. It's just fear, fear this, fear that, fear, 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 fear. It's really not that exciting. But so I've been thinking a lot about that, like the last couple of days, of like, because it kind of tripped me out, like this real like basic thought about like, yeah, the Declaration of Independence is meant for rich people. And I was like, huh, what is wealth? And then you go and then you kind of you dig into some deeper stuff about it, and then you realize that it's a thing. So that goes to me, my thing of like, you know, why is America rad? Is it the people? Is it an idea? Is it the Second Amendment? Is it the founding fathers? Like, what is it? Why are we so lucky, dude? And I think that it is wealth of spirit. I think that it is the wealth of our love of God. And I think that that's why our country's in so much trouble, is we've forgotten what the wealth is. The wealth isn't anything else except God, right? But we're so wealthy that some dumb WNBA basketball player thinks she can just roll right into Russia with a weed pen. Yeah, she's pouring out, right? She's sitting there with her little BLM attitude going, oh, what is wealth, right? She's sitting in some Russian prison, like being like, like, what is wealth? Well, wealth is the ability just to go walk around and say stupid stuff, really, right? Like, I think it's pretty nice to be able to go around and say stupid stuff, dude. I say lots of stupid stuff, dude. Use it or lose it, right? Oh, look at that. Boom. I haven't even paying attention if you guys can see this. 9 years in a Russian prison for war pen, dude. Warmongering. Yeah, but they've always been warmongering, dude. Like, that's nothing new, dude. Like, I've been on that. Look, I've made the same statements I'll make that I've always made. Like, I'll always be against war, dude. It doesn't matter. That to me doesn't have anything to do with party affiliation, dude. You're never gonna convince me that war is the answer, dude. But you know, look at all those lunatics who just like only one person voted against Sweden and Finland joining NATO. So you know, they're doing everything they can to like start some war, but it ain't going to be nuclear. Stuart, it's not going to be nuclear. That they don't get to sell a bunch of weapons that way. There are no nuclear bombs. When you know that, you realize you don't have to worry about it at all, dude. It's just another hustle, dude. It's just them trying to scam you out of your thing, dude. Why do you think they're trying to get that new bill going? The anti-inflation bill that hires 87,000 IRS agents, dude. Like, come on, it's all just a scam just to get you to be like, because they need the war, dude. The system's broken. The system can't be fixed. I don't think people quite. Sorry about this. Low power mode. I think I just blew it. We'll see. Did I really? Gunler, you're kidding me. I called it all out in the 2016 video. Dude, can you give me the link to that? I'd like to check that out. I called it out in 2016. Wow. That's kind of amazing. Yeah, send me the link for that, dude. You predict the Soros having the Soys burn the cities. Whoa, man. Yeah, I guess it's obvious, right? I got another one right. It's scary. Yeah, you got, it's, what is it? It's, there it is. Let me click that in there. Clinton and Trump both suck, dude. Dude, just the title of that cracks me up, dude. Clinton and Trump both suck. I'm looking forward to watching that when we're done here, dude. I might have to reissue that one if it's what you say it is, dude. No doubt it is, dude. That's the thing, man. It's pretty easy to get lose your way, dude. You also called out Musk way earlier on in that video with Stewart. Yeah, I've been on the Musk thing for a while, dude. That dude's a full fraud and a half, man. All right, here we go, dude. Roof section coming in. All right. All right. I like that. That's nice. I mean, I guess it's not that hard to tell what's going on, dude. I mean, I did hit the home run with this thing, dude. All right. I nailed that one, dude. Yeah, but my whole thing about Musk was his con was like everyone, the big Musk hustle is to remove Nikola Tesla from the lexicon, dude. Is to remove him from the consciousness. That's Elon's sole and primary mission, is to remove Nikola Tesla from the thing, dude. All his other things are like side hustle scams, dude. Like the dumb space things is dumb space stuff. But the real mission is to remove Nikola Tesla from consciousness. That's his primary objective. And I will never stop saying that, dude. All the crypto hustles, his dumb, remember like 3 years ago, dude, weren't we supposed to be getting the wires in the back of our heads by now, dude? Remember he was hyping up the wires in the heads, dude, by 2023, dude, you're gonna you'll be able to go to the shopping mall and get wires inserted in the back of your heads, dude. Remember what happened to all that hokum, dude? It's like, Like that, they got everybody like scared of the dumb transhumanism nonsense, dude, and World War III and nuclear bombs and aliens. And the only thing you need to be worried about, dude, is whether you're arguing with your wife or not, dude. Just don't argue with your wife, dude. You want to beat him at your own game, just don't argue with your wife, dude. That's all I know. That's all I can tell you for sure. Well, there we are. We finished it. Look at this thing, dude. Look at that. Look at this thing. Dude, it's coming. Look at that. It's coming together. Wait, there's some linker right there. Look at that, dude. That's pretty cool. All right. I think we got it. I'm going to go listen to this video I made and laugh. Gunler put out the link, dude. Remember, if you could spread the word out. We're trying to get this channel monetized so I can hide out from the 87,000 new IRS agents coming our way. So if you could just open up a browser and let these videos play, that would be rad. There's a playlist that's called Boost This Channel. And with that said, I appreciate each and every one of you hanging out with me and listening to me babble while I click bricks. Kimmy, Stanley Ubrick, Carooster. I'm getting up that way in like a month. Gunler, dude, the popcorn. We got lizard meatballs. Let me do this. Let me make some people some moderators, dude, before we sign off here. I gotta switch accounts, dude. Don't forget to smash that like button, dude. And bam, dude, 22 watching. And let's see, we need to make the lizard meatball gets a moderator just for bringing up the 1911, dude. Mark needs a moderator thing too, dude. Let's see who else. I saw someone way back here. The lizard meatballs we got handled. Skate Oasis needs a moderator wrench, dude. Boom. And yeah, so what we do on the way out the door is add wrenches. And I think that's pretty much it. That's all I can get to. All right. Can we get to any more? No. So we got some wrenches put in the game. There you go, Mark. Blue's a good looking color on your avatar. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.